officially live in 20 seconds. I'm gonna wait until people come in, and I'm gonna have the countdown going. And as the people roll in, I'll let you know. And there's gonna be people with questions, but this is day 7 of the shelter in place in California. It's crazy. It is bonkers. So, yeah. So what I decided to do was every day I'm gonna go on Twitter and live stream something. Yes, sir, Dre Z, my man, already joined up, brother. What's going on? How's that lockdown life? Yes, sir. I'm gonna do live streaming every day until they take out shelter in place. And actually, I want you to commit today to me. Sunday, you're gonna be on. Sunday, you have to be on, brother. Commit to me on that. So, yeah, what we're gonna do when I'm going live, we're gonna talk about hacking, reverse engineering. We're gonna talk about the craziness that's going on. I definitely want to talk about how people are working from home. How's that like? How's your setup and everything? And I'm gonna try to get guests in every single time I go live. I'm already reaching out to people, so I'm hoping to get something. Dre, I know you're on here. You got to commit for Sunday. I'll FaceTime you, like I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna introduce the guest for today. She is live in studio. It's wifey for lifey. Giselle, you're on now. Go for it.
Hi.
Hello, she is live in the studio and it's popping. But Dre, you can't get away from the question. You have to tell me. You got to be on Sunday. But life is a little crazy now, right? I think working from home, how everything is outside in California, is a little crazy. But like I said, what I decided to do is like I got the bug from Marcus Carey. He went live, and I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. And since I have a lot of friends, I wanted to start getting guests on every single day. And what I'm gonna do is go on Twitter live every day. Probably pull it down, throw it up on YouTube just for consumption. And it's the majority of this is gonna be tech. And I definitely want people that come. All right, you're in, Dre. You're locked in for Sunday, 6 p.m., brother. I'll text you with all the details. What I want you to do is leave comments in the window. I can see it, and I said, all right, cool. You're locked in for Sunday. You're locked in for Sunday, Dre. I promise you that. What I want you to do is go ahead and we're in the Hacker Mansion. We're in our studio here in the Hacker Mansion. The It's a podcast room that we built in here. So outside, I think if you look at my Twitter feed, I gave you just a runaround of what's going on. And it's three of us that live here. We have one of my roommates. He does also podcasting, and we built this room for that. So, I wanted to go ahead and get on Twitter. I'm gonna do it every single day. Have guests, even if I don't have guests. I'm gonna come on here, try to give and provide some sort of value. Don't worry, you look good. Everyone's seeing you look. I'm getting comments. You look
Oh, it's
good.
hot.
um, yeah, so I'm trying to provide some sort of value to the community, whether it's questions about reverse engineering or questions about bug bounty or just everything. You paused it for some reason.
No,
What
I'm
happened?
getting a call.
Oh, gotcha. So, at the end of the day, that's why I'm here. I think. How do you feel since everyone's shelter in place? How do you feel? What's going on in your mind? I wanted to get that
My
question out
feedback.
there.
I think it's a little bit shocking for a lot of people here in California. Everybody's so active. Um, it's a little bit, there's a lot of anxiety going on,
Oh yeah,
people not working, and the ones that have to go and show up to work. And I think that's where it's like really stressful. People don't know like what's gonna happen, how long this is gonna be. So there's a lot of uncertain things going on.
yeah. It's really a lot of uncertainty, and I would
Mhm.
say, one of those things is I feel I have friends that are in the restaurant business and they're going out. So it's just this is definitely unprecedented, and I think a lot of people you have to pick and choose like how do you divide your time so you won't get caught in the hype. For
Mhm.
instance, the way I have my setup is I have my desk and I go to my desk to go and work. For my bed, it's really to sleep, and then I have different areas in the mansion that it's to either do exercise or just hang out, have some leisure time, do some reading. So I think a lot of
Mhm.
times is that I think you need to figure out and occupy your time, and the reason why I have you and I want you on this show, besides you're my amazing, partner for life, I believe.
Yes.
That's in my heart, I know, is that you worked in mental health, right, for all these years, and a lot of people going through this, they're going through this anxiety and
Mhm.
this trauma because we've never
Mhm.
seen this in our lifetime.
Mhm.
How do you cope with that? And that's why I wanted to get you on here. I didn't tell you about this, but I wanted you to be on the spot and talk about that because it's really important. It's
Yeah.
people are dealing with this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is really, really hard for people that do have like mental health issues, especially because a lot of the professionals can't really be out in the community face to face. A lot of them are just doing like phone check-ins. Um, it just depends the severity of like who's dealing with what, because a lot of people need to be active in the community, like whether they're taking walks,
Mm,
exercising,
mm,
hanging out with friends, just being, active and talking
yeah.
to people. And this is not the usual everyday life.
Yeah.
People got to take that space, and everybody's so cautious, everybody's so nervous about, if even if you cough. And like I told you, this is a season for allergies out here. We're, spring, so people are naturally coughing, people are naturally running, having runny noses and itchy eyes. So it could be very, very frustrating right now. A
Yeah.
lot of people, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're sneezing, you're coughing."
Dre said use the time to connect with family and colleagues, and I
Oh, most definitely. That's like number one. I think for people that are staying home, I think now you're starting to build that relationship that is so lost during our daily lives and
yeah,
busy.
and I tell you, it's three of us in the hacker mansion,
Hmm.
and we didn't leave the house for 7 days. No one has left. Right. Today was the first time I left the house to
To come
go
pick me up.
pick up wifey for lifey
Yeah.
and bring her back. And yeah, it's interesting when you don't go out. So what we've been doing at night, and I would recommend this for people out there, is what we do at night is we have like fireside chats where all three of us are together upstairs and we're in front of them on a TV and someone shares out and then we do some cool things, either programming,
Hmm.
um, trying to figure out like a specific technique on hacking or something like that, and we share that out with each other, and that's how we're passing time. And it's really what I've noticed about this is when you're with people,
Time
all
goes faster.
it goes faster,
Hmm.
and it's fun. It's fun,
I
right? When you don't want to be around someone, it's not. But I'm lucky to have roommates that I really get along with.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Do you have any other recommendations before you wrap up?
I think just staying busy, connect with family, write, journal, read,
Mm,
meditate. I've
mm,
been doing that a lot more often. You have the time to meditate. Also, if you have a lot of clutter, this is the time to just like clean up your closet, take things that you don't longer need. Because, when working, we don't have time. And I think there's a lot of need. Like a lot of people are in need of clothing, shoes. So if you can just go to your closet and empty up things that you don't longer need and then donate it to like the shelters, or there's places are opening right now for stuff like that.
yeah, I think it's very interesting, like stillness, right? Because
Mhm.
we're always moving. So to be just still, it's interesting. Just to be in one place
Yeah.
for this long. I don't think I've this has never happened to me that I just stood
No.
indoors.
Same.
Even when I'm sick, I usually go
Go
out. So
out.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have any other questions, leave them down low.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna. We had the first real guest. It's in studio, by the way. She's right across from me, but I figured I would FaceTime and have her on there, and everyone gets to see this beautiful lady.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for joining, and I greatly appreciate it. And you could stay around. You could just chime in if you want.
Oh, no. I
Definitely.
think all of this is all you, babe.
All
Thanks.
right. Thank you.
All
All
right.
right. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. I think I like this. I'm gonna go ahead. Come up with different ideas, and I have something up my sleeve. Sunday, Dre, you're on. You know, I think I'll call you tomorrow or Sunday, and we could chop it up and figure out something that maybe we want to talk about. But the whole thing is like, how do I provide value? And I think this is one of the ways. And you know, it could go from we could talk about career wise, like how to negotiate, like Marcus Carey always says, and or we could talk about reversing, you know, that path, or we could go ahead and we could you could go ahead, or you could go ahead and we could talk about, you know, bug bounty, web application test, pen testing, and you know, like I said, I think on the last time I was on live, man, go get yourself a mentor, please. I promise you, there's value there if you go ahead and you look for the mentor, you know, and if you don't look for a mentor, make sure you just try to reach out to someone that could provide value to you, and that's mentoring in its own aspect. But like for me, I feel like I have someone that I could reach out to, and you know, some of you guys know this, and you know, Santiago, he's in Hacker One. He's 19 years old. He's my mentor. I'm like twice his age, right? And it doesn't matter how old he is. You know, if he was 14 and he provided me value, and he's willing to teach me and help me and go through, and I have a call with him every week. I give him a status update like he's my boss, right? This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. Am I doing? How can I improve? And I have questions usually, and I'm always trying to get better. You know, it doesn't matter how old someone is or just their skill level. I believe I'm a white belt all the time. I'm always trying to get better, and that's the thing, trying to get better every day. Yeah, so, ooh, would love to hear how everyone with young children are dealing with the homeschooling experience. Ooh, man, I wish you would have answered that. Hold on, man, my girlfriend, she has kids, so that would be a great question for her, and I'm pretty sure she has her answers on that. I don't want to answer for her, but what I was gonna say, just wrapping up, I think I just wanted to start it out. I really wanted to. I'm using a software that I kind of am getting familiar with, and really trying to figure out. There's a FaceTime. I can use FaceTime, and then I can like Skype to have people come on and join. And I really want to do this on Twitter because I like the vibe of Twitter. The only thing I'm missing, and I wish I had it, was Twitter and Periscope allow you to add add people on live, and with this software I would have to go ahead and just like if you want to get on the show, or I don't want to call it a show, just a live stream. It's really just you're gonna have to FaceTime me or Skype me. But yeah, I definitely want to answer questions, and I think I'm gonna do this until we're locked down, and then I probably do this once a week. I think I'll have more time, so um, you can I honestly because I don't know if you can use Hangouts because the way the software integrates is that you have to the audio comes directly into the software, and that's where Skype is used to get that audio lined up. There's like a plug-in, so that's how. And I think the audio has to be of good quality, especially when it's live. So I think if you do a conference call or Zoom, you have that little echo. So I'm hoping with your internet speeds and my internet speeds, if we do Skype and or FaceTime, we'll figure it out. And I think that's kind of where we're going with it. But Vincent, Vincent. I know you just joined. Every time I see you, I'm gonna be doing this because we're shelter in place. But you have to get on this live stream. Just comment right there that you're gonna get on this live stream one time. Vincent is he is the man at Intel. Uh, yeah, I can't say enough about this guy. He's amazing. But I want you. Hopefully, you can get on live stream with me. I'm just gonna do this every day until shelter in place is over because we're locked in. I went out early, and it's interesting because things are still open in California. Like there was Starbucks, and people were scared. Like the employees, they were just like frightened. It was weird. It was weird vibe there. Now I did have a mask, so maybe they were looking at me weird. But I was just like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere without a mask. But it was weird, and a lot of stores, 7-Eleven, everything is open. I went to In and Out, and the guys. I drove by there, and the guys are outside taking the orders like nothing. So I know the governor was like, "Hey, shelter in place for the whole state," but to me, it just everything looks normal here. Is anyone else seeing anything? I know Vincent, you're over there in Seattle, and Dre, you're in SoCal. So how's that going? Think okay. I don't know what's going on right there. So how? Yeah, it's for me. I think this is unprecedented times, and I think if I could provide value, that's what I'm going to do. But I think in the mornings, I know I'm going to go ahead and jot down what kind of things I want to cover and kind of discuss, and maybe like Mondays is motivations and how to be motivated, and Tuesday is just transistor day or something like that. That's Ryan's thing, but I was hoping to get Ryan on Lost Boy again. So he was on yesterday, but this time I'm recording it. But yeah, so this is going to be my new norm. I think at 7, yeah, like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I'm trying to do it 6 p.m. depending if I have all the things that I want to do this. So yeah, if I could provide value to anyone, if you have any questions, I can see it here. I could answer it to the best of my abilities, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably sign out. And tomorrow will be day 8 of shelter in place, and that's how I'm gonna come every single day until we're not until that's over. I believe it's gonna be 8 weeks, maybe more. People are like, oh, in 2 weeks. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't even think we hit that peak. Everybody's saying about the curve. I don't. I think if you look at it, it's still going up. So, I'll be on here every single day from 6 p.m. to. If it's interesting, we'll go further. But my whole thing is, I want to have people on there. And Dre, thank you for locking it in for Sunday. All right, I'm gonna holler at you guys later. But this is the new norm. The Hackers Mansion out.